Now, Jack O'Donnell, your CIA character, he spends not all of his time, he spends some of his time on the phone sort of shouting down the line either to get things done or talking to Ben's character. Is there a particular art to phone acting? Have you developed a technique over the years, you know, to sort of really make it look authentic?
Well, yeah, you have to just imagine that you're talking to him on the other line. I was very fortunate because Ben was there, and he was actually talking off camera to me during that. And listening and watching my work on that. And then it's just, you know, a matter of knowing where in the script, where in the story spectrum does that particular phone call happen, and how tense is that moment, or how relaxed is that moment. And you need to make adjustments so that your performance isn't the same all the way through. That would get tiring not only for the actor, but for the audience going, this guy, I'm so done with him. But to modulate it, to make it more real and interesting.
While you were playing a composite of sort of CIA characters, it's very much based in the truth of the situation. Did you feel a pressure in the back of your head to sort of honor the people that actually were involved in this? I mean, it's not just a fictional crazy story, even though it sounds like it could be. Was it that feeling, you know, we've got to respect this and we've got to make it? You know?
Yes, it's the goal of every character that I want to play. For instance, on Breaking Bad, and I want chemists to look at me and what I'm doing and going, there, that guy learned just enough to be able to be believable. I believe him to be a chemist. If a chemist can say that about my character, there, great. If CIA officers can look at my character, Jack O'Donnell, and go, yeah, I believe that. I know those guys. That's who I worked with or worked for or whatever. Then I've done my job, and that's important to me.
While Jack isn't a completely traditional hero in the sense he is a more heroic character than ones you've played more recently, is it kind of fun to get back into a slightly more heroic mode, to be on the side of light for a while?
It is good, and that was really a side benefit. Once I read the script and I realized the overall story was gripping and compelling and fantastical in its telling, I wanted to be a part of it. The fact that my character, Jack O'Donnell, happens to have his clear moment of heroism was the gravy. Because it's like, oh, not only is the movie good, but this role really has a real opportunity to shine. And, you know, I just want to take a bite out of it, chew it, swallow it.
Let's not go further.
Okay.
Let's just leave it there. The one last thing, touching on the other role you mentioned, something popped up on Twitter recently in the last couple of days, and it's children dressing as Mr. White and Jesse for Halloween. So my question would have to be, how do you feel about warping young minds as a character?
These poor children are wondering, why this bald cap makes me itchy. That's pretty, I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me see that. You see that? Isn't that lovely? A little Walter White and a little Jesse Pinkman. Isn't that delightful? It's actually, in a way, there's something very sweet about that, and then something very scary about that.